we're Joel and Lia.
And today's video is all about Boxing Day.
So we hope you've enjoyed Vlogmas, can we just say. Welcome to Boxing Day.
Yeah.
It's the 26th of December.
December.
I'm not losing my mind.
No.
We want to talk to you guys about what Boxing Day is, because there might be some people that don't have it where they're from. So this video is all about that.
Yeah, it's weird because, again, it's something that we've been brought up with. I thought it was a global thing. I think Australia do it. Maybe some other countries do too. I know America doesn't call it Boxing Day.
Oh, might they call it just the day after Christmas?
The day after Christmas,
maybe. They don't give it a name, or they don't celebrate Boxing Day. Not that you wake up going, it's Boxing Day! I remember growing up, like, I'd always be like, Mum, it's Boxing Day the day before Christmas or the day after Christmas. And she'd always be like, no, it's after Christmas. Yeah.
But it helps because then, like, the 27th, you'd say is the day after Boxing Day. It's like, oh, so on the day after Boxing Day, I went and did blah, blah, blah. You wouldn't say the 27th.
And then you start getting into no man's land. You go, the 28th, what's that?
Yeah, you're like, the day after Boxing Day.
A few days before New Year's Eve. Eve.
Yeah.
It's New Year's Eve.
But it's good because Christmas Eve comes before Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And Boxing Day, you just naturally know that that's then after. It's sort of just in the same way that you'd say Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I love that.
Boxing Day.
Oh, I'm going home on Christmas Eve this year. I love that.
Love it.
Okay, so let's get into Boxing Day. Why is it called Boxing Day?
There's two different theories. So one of them is that it's traditionally a time where employers would pack up boxes full of presents and give them to their employees.
And some say it might be called Boxing Day because you'd pack up like a box, almost like a shoebox size of presents and give them to the poor.
So no one really knows where it comes from. There are lots of different theories about, but that's traditionally what Boxing Day meant.
Yeah.
But nowadays, it just means shopping.
Yeah. In fact, the last 2 years, you and I have both done the shoebox for charity.
Yeah.
Which is where you fill up a box and you send it to, it gets sent to like a third world country, and you can put in sort of like treats, you can put in like toothbrush, stuff like that, and like
little gifts and things.
Gifts,
but that's not on Boxing Day, was it?
No, we do that for Christmas Day, but it just made me think of it because it's a box.
Yeah. But yeah, nowadays it just means shopping. Like the Boxing Day sales start on Boxing Day, and lots of Brits will leave the house on Boxing Day just to go shopping.
So you've had the chaos of Christmas, you've done all the cooking, you've done everything, your family's upside down, you've argued, you've played board games, and then the next day it's like, shopping. Get them sales in and buy people pretend they're going to be really prepared and buy everyone's presents for next year.
Yeah.
No one's done that.
But you're not.
How many people do you speak to that you're like, oh, have you done all your shopping? And they're like, yeah, I did it a year ago.
Yeah.
No one.
But that's why I don't really tend to ask for clothes for Christmas, because they're just going to be reduced on Boxing Day and into the January sales. So I've gone shopping on Boxing Day before, I think, or the few days in the gooch of Christmas to New Year.
Yeah.
I buy lots of clothes.
If you've got storage space, you can use that time of year to buy stuff like wrapping paper, Christmas crackers, stuff that you definitely will need
for next year.
Next year, cards. If you're someone that sends cards, you could buy all your cards really cheaply.
But this Boxing Day sales is kind of like our equivalent of Black Friday. Like, people queue on the streets. Like, Oxford Street in London is rammed.
Yeah, I wouldn't go anywhere near Oxford Street on Boxing Day.
No, me neither.
I wouldn't dream of it. You see people with like prams and you're like, why are you here?
Yeah, what are you doing? They use it as a ramming device.
Yeah, I know. Horrific. Yeah. But I don't think ours are as aggressive as
the Black Friday shoppers. Yeah.
Because like we don't really have any like massive fights kick off. Not that I've heard of or seen on the news or anything.
The most dramatic thing that happened, I remember a few years ago, someone was shot on Oxford Street on Boxing Day, like when it was full of like things.
Horrific.
Or not shot, I think he was stabbed or something.
That's really bad.
I remember seeing it on the news and stuff. So like bad things happen, but not that often. And when we've got a video that we're going to show you and react to, and it's shoppers hit Oxford Street for Boxing Day sales, and like it's busy, but there's so much decorum.
Oh yeah, let's see the video.
This is Selfridges on Oxford Street.
Okay.
Look at queues
nice
around the
orderly
block.
queue.
Love a queue.
It's almost.
Look how early it is. It's dark. So they're queuing at like probably 5 a.m, 4 a.m.
Of course they
People
are.
will queue overnight.
Look at how happy they look. They're so excited to get in.
Look, and they're running,
They're
but there's
running
some walkers, and they're literally just being like let in really calmly.
Okay,
The Black
that's
Friday
not good.
shoppers were literally like, trampling.
Yeah, there's no one falling over.
No, but they're casually strolling
There's a
in.
few strollers, walkers that are like, I'm just going to go to where I know I need to go.
Yeah. And they're all smiling, they're all happy.
Selfridges in particular is the biggest day of the year. It's the biggest volume across all of our stores, and this year will absolutely be no exception. Things are definitely tighter than you've seen for a while, but I think Boxing Day will be more important than ever because people will be looking for bargains this year more than they've ever done before. So we're anticipating that today.
Wow. People love a bargain, and that's what's so like universal about everything. Everyone loves a bargain.
But money's an issue, that everyone wants to save money because no one has enough money.
Yeah, no one's ever got enough money.
No matter how much you've got, you've never got enough, and you always want to save.
And you're still out on Boxing Day
Yeah.
buying stuff you probably don't need.
I'd rather pay the extra and go at a quieter time.
Yeah, actually, I'd rather pay for the peacefulness
Yeah.
of my shopping experience.
I would.
Anyway,
Crazy.
Boxing Day sales. I'm really grateful I no longer work in a department store.
Yeah. Hashtag grateful.
Grateful.
Hashtag blessed.
'Cause that's-
I never used to work between Christmas and New Year anyway. I've always taken it off. I've always had
Yeah.
like 1 or 2 weeks off at Christmas,
Yeah.
New Year. But it would be horrible to work in retail on Boxing Day.
Oh my gosh.
My brother's done it.
Yeah.
He worked for Next.
And that people
Yeah.
go crazy
Next
for a
is like-
Next sale.
Yeah.
Next is like women's wear mostly, men's wear as
menswear.
well.
No, it's equal,
equal.
men's and women's wear. I buy loads of stuff from Next. My underwear is from Next.
Oh,
Look
don't
at
be
that.
such a little slut. Put that away.
Uh,
Don't be such a little slut. Imagine if I was like, guys, my underwear is from. Got it out.
Yeah.
I'd get accused of being a little
slut. But because I do it, it's not. And they're like,
So,
Joel, boys being boys.
Boys will be boys.
Boys.
Buoy.
A buoy's just being a buoy.
Just being a buoy. Brilliant. So for those of you that don't go shopping, you've got Boxing Day at home or with maybe like with cousins or family that you might not see on Christmas Day.
Yeah, you'll see them on Boxing Day.
So you can see everyone on Boxing Day. That's like a done thing in my family. We'll see all like extended family on Boxing Day.
Also, you might go for a walk, Boxing Day walk. That's a thing. Like lots of people, some people do it in the afternoon on Christmas Day, but I think most people are like, let's get out of the house. We've been in the house on Christmas Day. Let's go for a walk.
Yeah, love that. And you've got a dog for it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Oscar must love that.
But the best part about Boxing Day and the upcoming days is the food, the leftovers. It's amazing.
Oh my gosh, I just love cold, savoury food. So this is my idea of heaven. This is legit. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just make a sandwich out of like bit of turkey meat, bit of like cranberry, bit of this, bit of that, bit of stuffing.
Wow.
Stunning.
You make it yourself?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's all up for grabs.
My dad do it all the time.
Dad,
get me a sandwich. Make me a sandwich.
Make me a sandwich.
Oh. I don't lift a finger at Christmas.
Really? Imagine when you have to cook your own Christmas dinner.
Oh my gosh, no, that'd be awful. Well, my brother is a chef,
so
he cooks Christmas dinner with my dad.
Okay.
I might chop a carrot or something.
Is that
That's
it?
it, yeah.
Don't really get involved.
No.
Just pour the prosecco.
Yeah,
Joel.
I just drink the prosecco and play with Oscar. And,
I'll just be in here being the youngest sibling.
Yeah.
That's good. Also, people like can be control freaks on Christmas Day about like.
Yeah.
My family, they like to get out of my space, so I'll try and help, but they'll just be like, just go and play on Instagram.
Yeah, and you're like, okay.
Okay, I'll just go and play on Instagram.
Yeah. Follow us on Instagram if you want behind the scenes content on these videos and of our life over Christmas.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be plenty to share.
Yeah.
Lots of Prosecco.
Yeah. But Merry Christmas. Hope you had a great day yesterday. We will see you next time.
Week?
Next week? In a few days.
See you soon.
We're back to thrice weekly, so Vlogmas is over. Very sad, but we will be back doing 3 videos a week like we always used to.
And we hope you've had an amazing journey with us. If you've just discovered us this year through Vlogmas, welcome.
Yeah.
Stick around.
Yeah.
And if you're an old school OG subscriber,
stick around.
How you do? Please stick around. See you soon, guys.
Yeah, see you soon. Bye. Christmas is over.
Christmas is over now. Christmas, leaves falling down. I make up the words. Christmas.
Da 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 da, making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased, but this is my favorite hobby.